Imagine waking up, reaching for your phone, and finding your investment platform gone. Just a blank screen and an error message. You try to call your account manager, but the number is disconnected. Emails bounce back. The website is a ghost town. The money you saved for decades, retirement, inheritance, your children's future, has vanished. This isn't fiction. It's the reality for over 32,000 people worldwide, victims of the scam empire. Teachers, retirees, small business owners, all lured by the promise of easy crypto wealth. They weren't greedy, they were hopeful, convinced by a sophisticated network of criminals. The scammers built a world that looked and felt real, offering dreams just out of reach. Then overnight everything disappeared, leaving only financial ruin and shattered trust. For victims, the aftermath is silent and devastating: loss, shame, and betrayal. The friendly voice on the phone was a predator. The professional website, a stage for deception. The scam empire wasn't just a financial crime, it was a psychological assault, leaving scars that last far beyond the loss itself. How did this happen? How did so many fall for the same lie? This is the story of the scam empire, a global web of deceit that stole not just money but futures. It's a warning for anyone who believes they're too smart to be fooled, because in the digital age, trust can be weaponized, and fortunes can vanish in a click. Let's see how the scam empire pulled off one of the biggest digital heists in history. The scam empire wasn't a handful of hackers, it was a multinational crime syndicate. Over $275 million was siphoned from victims, using a network that spanned continents. Call centers buzzed in Georgia, Ukraine, and Bulgaria. Financial operations ran from Cyprus and Israel. The masterminds hid behind layers of shell companies and fake websites, over 400, each mimicking real investment platforms. When one site was exposed, 10 more appeared, making the scam nearly impossible to shut down. Victims' money was laundered through crypto wallets and shell companies, vanishing across borders in seconds. By the time anyone realized, the funds were untraceable, lost in the digital ether. The scam empire didn't just steal money, it erased it, leaving victims with nothing but a digital dead end. This was industrial-scale fraud, run with the precision of a Fortune 500 company. The trap began with a simple lure: targeted ads promising huge crypto returns. These ads appeared everywhere: social media, news sites, pop-ups. Headlines boasted, "How I turned $250 into $10,000 in a week." To make the bait irresistible, scammers used AI deepfakes, videos of celebrities and financial gurus endorsing their platforms. Victims saw trusted faces, heard convincing stories, and believed the dream was real. Clicking the ad led to a fake news article complete with doctored testimonials and glowing reviews. At the bottom, a registration form asking for your name, email, and phone number. The initial investment was small, just $250, making it feel safe to try. But this was just the first step. By signing up, victims handed their details to a team of predators. The hook was set, and the real scam was about to begin. Once you entered your details, the machine kicked in. Affiliate marketers, paid for every lead, drove traffic to the fake sites. Within minutes, your phone rang. On the line, a senior account manager, charming and persuasive. They walked you through the platform, used financial jargon, and built trust. The $250 deposit was just the start. The agent became your guide, mentor, and friend. This personal touch transformed a faceless website into a relationship. The illusion of legitimacy was complete. You felt special, part of an exclusive club, but you were now firmly in the grip of the boiler room. With trust secured, the real con began: fattening your account. Days after your first deposit, your advisor called with great news. Your investment had doubled. You logged in and saw your balance grow. It felt real, but it was all fake, just numbers on a screen. The agent urged you to invest more. Imagine what $10,000 could do. The pressure was relentless: urgency, exclusivity, and the fear of missing out. Many sent thousands, even tens of thousands, from savings or loans. Each new deposit showed even bigger profits. The agent celebrated with you, deepening the bond, but when you tried to withdraw, everything changed. Suddenly there were problems. Taxes, fees, commissions. Each excuse required more money. Desperate victims paid, borrowing from family or maxing out credit cards. But the money never came. The friendly advisor became a gatekeeper, then vanished. This was the final act, squeezing every last cent before disappearing. The cycle left victims not just broke, but emotionally devastated. The scam wasn't just about money. It was about hope, trust, and betrayal. And for many, the pain would last far longer than the loss. Behind the $275 million are thousands of shattered lives. David, a retired mechanic, lost his pension and his children's savings after being convinced by a deepfake and a daily calling agent. He watched his account grow to $500,000, only to lose everything, including his dignity. Maria, a single mother and nurse, started with $250. Over months, she was coaxed into investing $60,000, her savings, and a home equity loan. When she needed to withdraw for a medical emergency, the platform vanished. She was left with debt and depression. The emotional toll was immense: shame, anxiety, and isolation. Many victims were too embarrassed to tell family or police, blaming themselves for being deceived. This silence is what scammers count on, allowing them to operate unchecked. The psychological wounds often outweighed the financial loss: broken relationships, mental health crises, even suicide. Victims came from every walk of life: tech workers, farmers, teachers. The common thread wasn't greed, but hope for a better future. The scammers didn't just steal money, they stole dreams and peace of mind. The true cost of the scam empire is measured in broken futures, not just dollars. It's a stark reminder: anyone can be a target. The wreckage left behind is a warning for us all. The fight against scams is about protecting people, not just their wallets. The scam empire's engine rooms were high-tech call centers, boiler rooms, staffed by hundreds of young agents. These weren't dingy offices, but modern spaces with sales targets and motivational posters. Agents were trained to be chameleons, empathetic for widows, aggressive for businessmen. They learned personal details, building false intimacy to manipulate victims. Success was measured by money extracted. Top performers were rewarded with cash, luxury, and status. Empathy was a liability. Victims became numbers, not people. Security was tight: non-disclosure agreements, VoIP masking, and strict secrecy. The corporate structure protected the masterminds. Agents were disposable. If raided, the low-level staff took the fall, while the architects vanished to start again elsewhere. For years, the scam empire seemed untouchable, until cracks appeared from within. Insiders leaked documents to investigative journalists, who pieced together the global web. Their reports spurred law enforcement into action. Coordinated raids in Georgia, Bulgaria, and Ukraine shut down boiler rooms and arrested dozens. The masterminds, however, slipped away, hidden by offshore accounts and legal loopholes. The stolen money, laundered through crypto, was nearly impossible to recover. The case exposed the urgent need for global cooperation against cross-border scams. The scam empire's fall is a warning. Technology can be weaponized for deception on a massive scale. The fight back requires vigilance, skepticism, and international teamwork. The empire may have crumbled, but its architects are still out there, waiting to build the next digital house of cards.